We have fallen in love with riding the Tennessee River, so we're doing it again. And this time, we brought some new folks with us.
Hey everybody, this is Captain Frank with the Ship's Log. We got a group back out here to the Tennessee River, and we got some newbies here, some folks that haven't done it before. We got some folks that have done it before. We're all back here because it's such a good ride. And gonna have a little meeting in a couple of minutes just to let everybody know what to expect. And then we are gonna head on downriver. All right, everybody ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just a couple things. We're going to be doing about 125 miles today. Okay, we're going to have two fuel stops, and we're also going to go through the locks at Nickajack Dam. I got to start my ski up so I can turn back around. Okay, so our goal is to run at somewhere between 45 and 55 miles an hour. That doesn't mean every once in a while somebody won't take off. That's fine. We're not leaving anybody behind, but you know what? When you get some smooth water, you just feel like doing that every once in a while, and that's fine. Our first stop is going to be Hales Bar. That's about 40 miles from where we are now. So we got plenty of fuel for that, not a big deal. So we're going to fill up at Hales Bar. Now the thing about Hales Bar, first of all, it's easy to spot on the river because there's this big rectangular building that juts out into the water. Okay, that's an old, it used to be a power generating plant years ago. So it's really easy to find it. But there's a lot of floating vegetation around Hales Bar, okay? So when you come up to it, you basically want to come in and then go straight perpendicular in. There are markings for the channel, but they're not the best markings in the world. So you really got to watch out for them, okay? Once you're done fueling up, either stay inside with the group, or if you want to go outside early, go all the way out to the middle of the river. Because if you hang around the marina, you might get stuck in that crap. You seen my video? That happened to us the last time we did this run. Okay? After we leave Hales Bar, we're going to head down to our next stop, which is Goose Pond. That's somewhere around 55, maybe 60 miles. A little further. If you've got a supercharged ski, you very well might be beeping a low fuel warning when you get in. That's not a problem. We'll have plenty of fuel to get there. Goose Pond also has a lot of vegetation, so it's going to be very similar to Hales Bar. We just got to watch out for it. Okay. Then after Goose Pond, our final leg out to Guntersville, where the hotel is going to be about another 25 miles, I believe it is. So it's a little bit shorter run. It probably will be a little rougher because we're getting into Guntersville Lake, boat traffic, a little bit more space, might have a little bit more waves, that's fine. Keep in mind, after we leave Hales Bar, that's our first fuel stop. After we leave Hales Bar, about 10 miles down, we get to the locks at Nickajack Dam. Going through the locks is one of the coolest things about this trip. You've never been through a lock before, it's going to be great. Okay, follow the instructions of. We got 3 people that have done this trip before. Obviously myself, Paul has done the trip before, Lap has done the trip before. So if you have any questions about anything along the way, specifically going through the locks, ask me, ask one of them. We can help you out, make sure we get everything straight. All right. Any questions? Oh yeah, if you have a radio, channel 68. 68, yeah.
Tell me I can say his name. I talked to somebody yesterday.
Yeah, I got you.
You got me? There you go.
I was on 69.
Yeah. All right, any questions? Good? All right,
And with that, we were off. Normally you can expect this trip to take somewhere around 5 hours or so with 2 fuel stops and going through the dam at Nickajack. It was about 9 a.m., so we had plenty of time to get to our destination. But we definitely didn't know what was in store for us. When you're riding with a group, it's a good idea to stop every once in a while and regroup to make sure everybody's okay, nobody has any mechanical issues, or nobody needs anything.
You good? You good? Okay, I'm just checking everybody. Checking everybody's status. Good? Everybody good?
And the cruise control set, baby, just roll.
All right, let's go.
And this is why I like to ride the Tennessee River. Look at that nice, smooth water. See? They just can't resist opening things up when they get to that smooth water. I'm okay though. I don't need to do that. I'm good. Well, maybe just a little. It's also pretty cool seeing these towboats pushing these large barges down the river. Knowing that we were passing him early in our trip made me feel pretty good too. This meant that we could get to the locks and get through the locks before he gets there. So we thought. We really felt like we had the whole river to ourselves that day. We were literally able to just spread out and run. Everything was going perfectly until it wasn't.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We had literally just done a check stop about 2 minutes prior, and we were only about a mile away from our first fuel stop.
Dude, there's freaking goats up there. There's goats up there. There's 2 goats right there.
Oh, damn sure is. Jeez. Goats.
You thought I was crazy, didn't you?
Like what?
Right after that, we noticed we were missing a couple of skis. So, we went back and looked for them.
Are you hooked up good?
Apparently, Dan's ski had run over some piece of wood and it jammed up the impeller and shut it down. We couldn't do anything with it out there on the water, so we decided to tow him to Hales Bar and see if we can get him going there. Once at the marina, there literally was no place to tilt the ski up on the side to clear the debris out. So we just flipped it over right there in the water.
It's too short, yeah.
You're at 3 minutes.
If you're wondering why Dana is calling out times to us, it's because CEDU recommends that the ski not be flipped over in the water for more than 5 minutes. So yeah, there's a time limit.
Time-wise. 4 minutes.
Maybe to break it up and then
That's what I'm hoping. I'm
push
just,
it out.
That's kind of what I'm thinking
that's
too.
what I'm hoping.
There you go. There you go.
Now, up. Come on, man, you got it. Roar!
Shit.
It's too far away, I can't help you. Go. Go. Get on the other side where you can both got pulled.
Yeah.
Yep, go.
There you go. There you go. Woo!
That's a heavy ass ski. How are we time-wise? Sure. Is that a ladder?
Yeah, I think so at the end.
Dude! Yes! Yeah,
Our excitement was short-lived. Even though it was running, it wasn't running right.
I did see
It
something
kept
come out
shutting
the back.
off for apparently no reason. We spent about an hour playing with it and running it around and trying to figure out what was wrong. But eventually we had to leave it there and move on. Dan and Dana doubled up on her ski and we kept it moving. Oh yeah, and remember that barge we passed a while back? It passed us while we were trying to get the ski running. We ended up having to wait about 2.5 hours in the rain for the barge to go through the lock first.
We've literally been waiting here at the locks at Nickajack Dam for about 2.5 hours. Waiting for a barge to go through. Now it's finally gone through, he's cleared out, and we can go in and head down to the next level. So here we go.
Tie up.
As you can see, the water in the lock has already gone down about 2 to 3 feet. The total change in water level by the time we're done will be about 40 feet. Well, there go the doors.
Finally!
Alright, that was the third thing to go wrong, so by the rule of three, we should have smooth,
We should be done, right?
smooth sailing the rest of the way, because usually my bad things come in threes.
Yeah.
That's it, that's the third one.
We're gonna go over here and take our fenders down and all that kind of stuff.
Needless to say, we are behind schedule, so now it's time to just get it. Time to put the goggles on. If we're lucky, we can get to our destination before we get rained on again. Our next fuel stop, Goose Pond Colony, is always hard to see. It's literally just a path through the weeds up to where the marina is. It is real easy to just fly right by it. After a fill up and another 20 miles or so, and we finally made it to our destination. We ended up having a little bit of luck that day, because after we got our skis tied up to the dock and walked in the hotel to check in, this is what happened. The next day, however, was quite beautiful. We used that day to run around Lake Guntersville and find out just what the area has to offer. It turns out that for a small town on the lake, it has quite a bit. We also met a couple of guys that had come down the river on their skis the next day. They said they had seen my previous video on the Tennessee River, and that's why they wanted to do the trip. But as usual, the best thing about this trip was the people that I got to do it with. Some I've ridden with before, and some this is my first time riding with them. But I look forward to riding with them all again. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already done so, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video because it really does help me. Until next time, happy riding.